They can do it when they're ready. But when you tell people they need to eat better, as typically is done...
yeah, but John, you have no idea how to instruct someone to eat better. You think eating better is basing their diet on plants. That is absolutely false, demonstrably false. The stable isotope testing proves you wrong, absolutely. The Randall cycle exists, it's a thing. It proves you wrong, John. Gluconeogenesis is a thing, it exists. It proves you wrong, John. The existence of type 2 diabetes proves you wrong, John. Remove all the carbohydrates, diabetes type 2 is ameliorated, resolved, completely. Jobs are good in.
You tell them things like, skin your chicken.
Skin your chicken. Goodness me, that's the last thing you should do.
Skim your milk.
You should not skim your milk if you're having milk. That's the worst thing you can do.
And cut down on your portions and all kinds of things. And people don't get that.
Your portions only need cutting down if you're eating too much. And you're only going to eat too much if, John, your cells are actually starving and your hunger drive is not being satisfied by the food-like substance that you're putting into your body, precisely because the Randall cycle is locking those nutrients out of the mitochondria and causing those cells to slowly starve to death. And so you pile in more and more and more and more carbohydrate fat mixture, and the Randall cycle remains activated to a high degree, to a high percentage of the time, and you get fatter and fatter and fatter, despite the fact that you are in fact starving to death. Solution? Stop eating carbohydrates, period. You will not overeat on a meat and fat of animals diet. I challenge you to overeat on such a diet, John. You can't do it. Your body won't let you do it. It is the carbohydrates that is causing the overeating, the unnecessary carbohydrates, the toxic carbohydrates. Clown.
And then when you tell them the truth.
John, you wouldn't know the truth if it came and bit you on the backside, son. In fact, if I was to label your elbow and your anus and teach you to read, John, you still couldn't tell me which is which. You'd still get it wrong. Because you are a criminal misanthropist. You are an ideologically driven spin doctor whose only interest is in promoting his own bottom right-hand corner, promoting the toxic theology of the Church of Anorexia Vegana. You're an absolute disgrace, John. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should also go back to school and learn some basic physiology, some basic nutrition, but not from people that generally teach nutrition, not from anyone associated with the diabetes associations or the dietetics associations or any of these associations. They're all bought and paid for, every one of them. None of them understand the Randall cycle. None of them understand the anthropology. None of them have ever heard of the stable isotope testing that proves absolutely what genes have been selected for and against in human beings for the last 4.5 million years, John. This nonsense has to stop at some point. And in your case, it will stop soon by the look of your son. You look like you don't have long to live. Let's move on.
That the food poisons are animal foods and oils. They don't.
Nonsense. Absolute, utter nonsense. The poison is carbohydrates. Completely wrong. 180 degrees, ass about face from reality there, John, which is where you've spent your entire life. And now the dementia's starting to bite. And the pencil neck. And the caved-in skull and the eyes falling back into the back of your head and all of the stuff that we see happening basically in everyone who subscribes to your ridiculous theology at some point, sooner or later. It's usually sooner. In some cases it's later. It just depends on your own genes, your own individual tolerance to the abuse that you've subjected your body to over the years. Anyway, it's nearly at an end for you, son. The pain will be over soon.
Really, they were really in a